What is up, everybody? My name is Joseph French, covering music for those who care, and right now taking a look at the self-titled debut record from My Indigo. Hey, do you want something to kind of hold you while you're waiting for the new Within Temptation record? Well, enter Sharon and Adel's new project, My Indigo, which is more of a, I would say, folksier indie pop kind of project, comparing that to her previous work in Within Temptation. But these 10 songs pretty much came out of a time where Sharon was kind of suffering from writer's block, and the 10 songs we got on this record are pretty much what came out of that. So again, this is a really different sound from what I'm used to hearing from her. So how did this experimentation into more indie pop kind of go? One of the things that I really enjoy about this album is Sharon's vocal delivery here on this record. Yeah, I know. How expected. But anyways, I really didn't expect anything really grand or anything very epic coming from this record, comparing it to anything she's done in Within Temptation. But here, I really like that it feels a bit more laid back. It feels a bit more relaxing. And I like that approach on this record. Another thing that I enjoy is really the sound of this record. It kind of gets a bit electronic in some parts of this album, but at the same time, it really has a different approach to it, comparing that to anything that Sharon has done in Within Temptation. And it kind of goes for more of this indie, folksy, poppier sound. And it sounds really nice. And another thing that I really enjoy about this record is the songwriting and how much more mature it sounds than majority of the stuff we get in the top 40 stations. And another thing that we don't see in the top 40 stations is storytelling, which Shannon pulls off in a good chunk of these songs on this record. And here, I think she does a phenomenal job. She has the emotional delivery, and the vocals just really kind of help out with that. Now, I want to get a quick criticism out before I kind of continue on with the review, and say that the version that I have for this review kind of has some of the tracks in some weird places where they're not supposed to be, because the title is not what it is. Like track 5, Black Velvet Sun, is actually supposed to be Out of the Darkness, which is a fantastic tune. And also track 8, Star-Crossed Lovers, I believe that's supposed to be Safe and Sound. I don't know how some of the songs got their titles mixed up. I even looked it online and they have the same exact order. But anyways, just a small little criticism, not trying to dog Sharon, because so far the songs are very phenomenal. But just kind of wanted to get that out in the air. Anyways, back into the review. Another aspect that I really enjoy about this record is Sharon's use of nature in some of the lyrics. It kind of helps build that lighter atmosphere here on that record. An example of that would be on the track Crash and Burn, which was released before the record had come out, with lines like, "You go down to the river when you're down," and "Get me high like air." And I don't know, I kind of found this to be a bit weird at first, but kind of interesting at the same time. There is a verse from the Bible, from Luke chapter 3, verse 5, that goes, "Every valley shall be filled, and every mountain and hill shall be brought low, and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough ways shall be made smooth," which is pretty interesting, honestly. And I love the mix in its sound. It kind of has this more ethereal kind of sounding verse, and then it goes into this really dancey chorus. Kind of slows down a bit, but it just feels very catchy, very danceable. And then you have this little instrumental break, and it kind of brings in this kind of jazzy, almost sounding saxophone, which is a really cool addition to the song. And there are a bunch of other instruments that kind of play along in some of these songs. Now, this album seems to go very weird with its more popular sound on this record. Like, for example, My Indigo, which was the first indicator of this record, kind of had a nice balance between the indie pop verses that we get and then a nice little electro pop chorus to it. I like the little break that it has in its instrumental on that track. And then Indian Summer has a really nice balance between the violins and the electronics in the intro to that song. And then when it gets to the verses I don't know why, but it reminds me of Ex-Ambassador's Renegades. I don't know why, that's just the vibe I got from that song. And then there are just some songs that kind of go straightforward, more piano ballad like the track Lesson Learned, and a standout for me at least. I really love the message and the more emotional feeling of the song, which is Out of the Darkness. Really beautiful track for anyone that hasn't heard it yet. So overall, y'all, I am really enjoying this record. I like the different sound that Sharon and Adel is going for on this record. Now, I do think that this album is going to be something very nice to kind of hold up until the new Within Temptation album comes. But I think this is going to be suited more for the fans that would just like to hear a Sharon solo record, or people that like Within Temptation but kind of have a soft spot for some pop. And I really like the mix that it gives in its sound. I like that it goes in a different direction. And also, I love the emotional vocal delivery from Adel, and also the lyrics show a lot of nice maturity. But anyways, y'all, I think that I'm going to rate this, I'd give it a high 8 out of 10. But anyways, what are your thoughts on my Indigo? Definitely comment in the comment section down below. And anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you all for watching this video. As always, thanks to Infinity on Hannah for these awesome designs. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click right over there to catch up on more content on this channel. If you want to see a previous video that I did, you can click right over there to see that video. And if you want to follow any of my social media links, they are linked down at the bottom. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you soon.